Hey, friend, it's life coach and licensed therapist Robin May, and you are listening to Intentional Conversations with Robin May and friends. Listen, as promised, periodically, as we are waiting for season 2 of Intentional Conversations to start up, I'm going to drop in just to make sure we are staying connected, girl. I don't want you to forget about me, and I want to make sure that you are getting the nuggets and the takeaways that you need. So, I just drop in just for a bonus episode, just to talk with you just a little bit. But I do have a quick question for you. Have you told your people about this podcast? Have you invited your friends and your family and your cousin and your sister and your mama to listen to intentional conversations? If you haven't, can you do me a favor, girl? Can you go ahead and text somebody and tell them to head on over to robinmayonline.com/podcast, robinmayonline.com/podcast. There, they can see how to listen to the audio if they prefer audio or to watch the video. Although, with our bonus episodes, there's no visual, it's just the audio on YouTube. But when season 2 rolls back around, you'll be able to see my face and the face of my guest. So will you please send them to robinmayonline.com/podcast? It helps me out. And if you haven't already, can you subscribe to the YouTube channel? Just go to Robin May Online on YouTube. Okay. What are we chatting about real quick today? Well, if you have been hanging with me for a couple of years, you know when we are transitioning from one year to the next, and for those of you who are listening live, you know we are transitioning right now from 2023 to 2024. And so when we are transitioning, if you've been hanging with me for a while, then you know that I share with you the 5 reasons your vision board isn't working. Now, listen, before you get tense, I totally believe in vision boards. I create vision boards. And even if I don't create a full out vision board in a year, I do something visual. I'm sitting in my office right now, and in front of me, I can see all of these sticky notes that I've put all over the wall for my vision for 2024. So I believe in vision boards, but a vision board isn't enough. There is a next step after you create the vision board. And so every year I share with you the 5 reasons your vision board isn't working. Now, again, I'm just dropping in here today just to share with you, share this with you really quickly. So if you want the full breakdown, if you want to break it down all the way, if you want me to walk you through each reason, just head on over to robinmayonline.com/vision board. robinmayonline.com/vision board. You can get the full video, the breakdown there. But for now, I'm going to be very high level and I'm going to give you the 5 reasons, break them down just a little bit, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and go on your way, girl. Okay. So, the 5 reasons, let me give them to you very quickly, and then I'm going to explain just a little bit. But if you want more of this information, go to robinmayonline.com/vision board. Okay. The 5 reasons. Number one, your vision board isn't working if you haven't connected the vision with your values. Number two, you haven't created a strategy for the vision. Number three, you haven't curated an accountability team for the vision. Number four, you haven't considered the inevitable roadblocks to the vision. And then number five, you haven't chosen a time to revisit the vision. Now, listen, I am telling you, girl, hear me. Mark my word. Come back and find me. You know I was going to ask you to DM me on Instagram. You already knew I was going to ask you to DM me on Instagram and let me know. Because if you create a vision board, and then you fix these 5 reasons and you include this in your vision board and in your plan. I am telling you, you are going to find so much more success in bringing your vision to pass. Now, even as I said that sentence, I believe words matter. And most of you who rock with me over here on the podcast, you are people of faith. You are a woman of faith. And I want to be careful about us attempting to bring a vision to pass in our own strength. If you are a woman of faith, you don't even want to touch a poster board. You don't want to get any scissors. You don't want to get any glue. You don't want to get any pictures. You don't want to do no magazine before you have taken time to be prayerful about what God has in store for you for your life and for the year. I am assuming, and I hope this is not a poor assumption. I am assuming that you understand, girl, that you have to pray through this. And it is not creating the vision and then coming back and praying about it. Can I go ahead and keep it real? I have definitely made that mistake in my life. I've made the mistake of creating a vision, writing it all out, and then saying, okay, God, help me make this happen. No, 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 no. You want to be prayerful. God, what are you asking of me this year? What have you wanted me to let go of this year? What am I leaning into this year? Many of you know my husband and I pastor a church. Our church has been in existence now for 6 years. Well, 2003. Did I say 2003? I hope I didn't say 2003 earlier today. Anyway, 2023, um, we had a vision for the year and it was a season of growth. And what I respect so much about my husband, he doesn't give in. I can't say he doesn't feel the pressure, but he doesn't give in to the pressure to changing the vision because it's a new year. He's saying, listen, this is still where God has us, a season of growth. And so I can respect that. So even when the year turns, it may not change from what he was doing in you the previous year. I'm telling you, the last 2 or 3 years, God has had me in a season of understanding his rest. REST, understanding what it means to rest in him. Honey, this has been 2 or 3 years that he has been dealing with me. Now, other things have been added to the journey and to where he's wanted me to lean in, but rest keeps being an overarching vision for my life. Okay? So I don't want you to get your poster board and get a magazine and put a picture of a handsome man and write, I'm getting my husband in 2024. If you haven't been praying about that, is that where God is leading you to focus in 2024? I don't want you to put that car on that vision board, sis, if God isn't guiding you in that direction. Now, even as I said this, I have an idea. You could do maybe if not two vision boards, maybe you section your vision board out. Maybe you could have aspirational things. God, I don't know if this is what you are having for me, but this is definitely what I'm praying for. This is aspirational. Maybe you can do that. I just want you to make sure that you aren't trying to make a vision come to pass. Okay. So, very quickly, I want to go over these 5 reasons the vision board doesn't work. And like I said, remember, you can get the full breakdown by going to robinmayonline.com/vision board. Can I do something for a moment? If this is your first time visiting with us here on the podcast, I sound like I'm talking at our church. If this is your first time visiting with us, you know that I keep it, well, you would not know, but for those of you who've been rocking with me for a while, you know I keep it real. I am going to make sure that I'm giving you the correct website. So give me a minute. Yes, that's the correct website. robinmayonline.com/vision board. Okay. So reason number 1, you haven't connected the vision to your values. Remember this. When we don't honor our deepest values, we will always live with an undercurrent of life dissatisfaction. Yes, girl. I'm going to say it again. When you haven't connected your vision to your values, you have to understand if you do not honor your deepest values, you will always live with an undercurrent of life dissatisfaction. And so, if you have created a vision that's outside of your deepest values, the vision is not going to come to pass in the way that you want it to. So, then what does that mean? Well, then you need to know what your values are. And in the course that I teach, and you can access the course by going to robinmayonline.com. In the course that I teach on living life, I break down values. We have core and character values. And so you want to make sure you are honoring both your core and character values. Okay. And then you've created the vision, but do you have a strategy for the vision? What does it take to make this vision come to pass? If your part of your vision for this year is to lose weight, What are you doing? What is the strategy for you losing weight? If your vision for this year is to save a certain amount of money, what is the strategy you are using to make that happen? You want to make sure you are connecting your vision with a strategy. Listen, faith without works is dead. There has to be some work you put in to making the vision happen. Then you haven't curated an accountability team. Girl, you need somebody who can hold you, who can tell you the truth. Can I pause here? Can I pause here and tell y'all this just because I like to tell y'all what goes on in my life? There's some things that I want to see happen in my business this year. And I sure did ask my husband to hold me accountable to them. And he said, I don't think that's a good idea. He told me he didn't think it was a good idea. And he said, because when he tries to hold me accountable, we end up getting into an argument. And so he said, no, I'm not doing it, but I'm going to hold you accountable to finding somebody to hold you accountable. But listen, you need somebody who is going to check in with you to make sure that you're on the right track. Listen, you want to have people in your life who believe not only in you, but they believe in what you are called to. And so you need some accountability. And then remember, the fourth one is you haven't considered the inevitable roadblocks to the vision. Y'all, this one is huge because the moment we come against or come up to a hurdle or a challenge or what seems like something pushing us back, it is so easy for us to give up. But you have to consider in advance that there will be roadblocks to the vision. Listen, it's going to be tested. A faith that has not been tested is a faith that cannot be trusted. I remember somebody said that a long time ago. I wish I could remember who. But a faith that has not been tested cannot be trusted. So, of course, there are going to be roadblocks to your vision. You have to consider that in advance. Am I ready for the roadblocks? And then lastly, you haven't chosen a time to revisit the vision. Listen, one of the things that works, I like to tell people to create a mobile vision board. In other words, you create the vision board, you put it on your bathroom wall, you put it on your office wall, you put it in your bedroom. But what happens if you don't move it around, put it somewhere else, it can begin to blend into the background of your decor. You have to find a time to revisit the vision and even move your vision board around so that it can, did y'all hear me snap? So that it can trigger your mind to refocus on the vision. Can I tell you one of the strategies I use? I create or I have created a manifesto. Actually, I went through a program many years ago on financial mindset. And I wish I could remember her name. I really liked her. Gosh, I can't remember her name. But the coach had us create a manifesto. And this was literally years and years ago. But when I tell you, I recreate that manifesto every year and I recorded it into my phone and I update it every year. And I listen to myself reading that manifesto at least several times a month. And I'm telling you, I'm watching so much of it come to pass as the years go on. So you have to find a time to revisit your vision. I strongly believe in the 12-week year. So consider that. Consider revisiting it every 12 weeks. All right, girl. I told you this was going to be quick. If you want me to take it slow, if you want to hear it more clearly, you know what you got to do. Head on over to robinmayonline.com/vision board, or you can go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio. You can find it there. I cannot wait for season 2 of Intentional Conversations with Robin May and friends. If there's a topic that you want to make sure that I cover, make sure you DM me on Instagram. If you haven't already, you can access the devotional that I have that is a great gift or a great gift to yourself or to others for the top of the year to begin to lean in to your relationship with God a little bit more. And if you're interested in the life course, again, click the link in my bio on Instagram to access that. I'll see you next time, girl. Bye.